and in today's video, it's a video I'm very excited about. I am going to be whispering all of the lyrics in the musical Dear Evan Hansen. 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 So I tried to be at least a bit like theme worthy with it, like go with the theme of the show. So I wore a blue sweater. I don't have a broken arm, so I can't have the cast, but I know like blues, like it's sadness, I don't know. Like because of like all the mental health issues, and like he has like the blue striped shirt. So yeah, I tried to like go a bit with that. So a bit of context on the show. If you watched my Tick Tick Boom video, I highly recommend it, by the way. I do a bit of context for that one about like my experience. So I'll do the same for this. So my experience with Dear Evan Hansen is that I saw the performance on the Tonys when it like was first big, but I didn't really think much of it. I thought it was really good, but I was like, meh, I didn't really care. But my sister, again, she suggested this musical to me. She said it was like fine. She didn't really like it. She was like, you can listen to it if you want. So then I did, and I loved it so much. I thought the songs were so good. Like, I know the story is kind of sketchy at some points. It's kind of sus. But I downloaded the soundtrack and listened to it so much. And actually, before I knew the soundtrack really well, I heard it one day on the Sirius XM on Broadway channel. So I was like super excited. It was the song Disappear. So then that got my dad really into it. He was like, yo, that's actually good. And I was like, yeah, I love it. And so we both really like this show. We both are obsessed with it. Not him, not as much as me, but yeah, it's a really good show. I really enjoy it. I've enjoyed it for a few years now, like 2 or 3 years. So yeah, I know the show very well. The movie, I watched it 4 times in theaters. I loved the movie. Unpopular opinion, I know the movie got a lot of hate, which I do not get, because it like improved from the musical. I know the story's bad, and I know it's got some sketchy aspects to it, like he's not, but I'm such an empathetic person, so I feel for Evan so much. And I've also read or listened to the audiobook, which I find is so interesting. It goes into Connor's story so much, and it's so good. Like, so I know the show. I know it very well. I've watched lots of slime tutorials. I know, not great, but I've watched the slime tutorials to learn more about the show. I love singing the song so much. Karaoke. I love it so much, and I love introducing it to my friends. And I really like The Greatest Showman. The same people that did the music for that did the music for the Dear Evan Hansen. So yeah, I really like their style of music. And it was really fun because one day when I went to get food at my residence, they were playing You Will Be Found, and I was like, yo, that's so cool. So yeah, I really like the show, and that's just to be clear so you guys know. So just a disclaimer before we start. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, I'm Emily. I live in a residence, so if you hear random background noise, I'm sorry. And I have a roommate, so if you hear doors opening and closing, I'm sorry. So yeah, I will be starting now. So you're gonna hear clicking and keyboard sounds because I'm just like have this on my computer. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy, and feel free to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and just let me know what you guys think and whatever other musicals you want to see. I am starting with shorter musicals because I feel like longer musicals are way more of an ordeal for not many people seeing them. So maybe if this channel ever gets like more like bigger or anything, I will do longer musicals like Les Mis or Hamilton or any of those bigger ones. But for now, I'm sticking with like shorter ones that are like around an hour long soundtrack. So yeah, but yeah, this is I really like this sweater. My grandma knit it for me, and I thought it would be like go really well with the Dear Evan Hansen thingy. Too bad my arm's not broken. Sorry guys, I don't have a broken arm. So first song is Anybody Have a Map? Have you been writing those letters to yourself? Dear Evan Hansen, this is gonna be a good day, and here's why. Does anybody have a map? Anybody maybe happen to know how the hell to do this? I don't know if you can tell, but this is me just pretending to know. So where's the map? I need a clue, cause the scary truth is I'm flying blind, and I'm making this up as I go. It's your senior year, Connor. You are not missing the first day. I already said I'd go tomorrow. He doesn't listen. Look at him. He's probably high. He's definitely high. I don't want you going to school high, Connor. Perfect. So then I won't go. Thanks, Mom. Another masterful attempt ends with a disaster. Interstate's already jammed. Pour another cup of coffee and watch it all crash and burn. Connor finished the milk. It's a puzzle. It's a maze. I tried to steer through it a million ways, but each day's another wrong turn. I better head out. If Connor's not ready, I'm leaving without him. Does anybody have a map? Anybody? Maybe anybody have a map? Happen to know how the hell to do this? I don't know if you can tell, but this is me just pretending to know. So where's the map? I need a clue. Cause the scary truth is I'm flying blind. I'm flying blind. And I'm making this up as I go. As I go. So I'm gonna say this little fun fact now. If you guys don't know, in the original musical, Ben Platt, he played Evan, and he plays Evan in the movie. And Mike Fast, I believe, please don't correct me. I'd be happy for you guys to correct me, but just don't be mean about it. I think Mike Fast played Connor in the original Broadway, and instead of being in the new movie, he just declined to be in that one, and instead he played Riff in the new West Side Story movie, which is so incredible. I want to do West Side Story for a future video, because I love West Side Story, even though, again, the story's not really realistic. Like, okay, that's another thing, but yeah, Mike Fast, if you've seen West Side Story, he's Connor. So next song, Waving Through a Window, and I love this song. It's such a poppy song. It's like one I'll play in the car with my friends, and they'll be like, have I never heard that on the radio? I'm like, hey, it's such a good song. So yeah, it's a really good song, and it's very relatable for me. It was like also very introverted. Literally anything I do, I'm like, oh shoot, that's so embarrassing. I'll say like one thing slightly wrong, and I'll be like, nope, I'm the worst, weirdest human ever. So yeah, Waving Through a Window. I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I lead with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare, no slipping up if you slip away. So I've got nothing to share, no, I've got nothing to say. Step out of the sun. If you keep getting burned, step out of the sun, because you've learned, on the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through a window. I'm trying to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong. But every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun, because you've learned, because you you've learned. On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? Did I even make a sound? It's like I never made a sound. Will I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in, will I ever be more than I've always been? 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving? Damn, I almost cried during that song. Those lyrics are so sad. Oh my gosh, I almost started crying because it's really so relatable. This is where the story starts to get sketchy, and they rely on the beginning to make you understand, but it's very sketchy, and I know that it's very sketchy. This is the song where he lies, saying that the person that committed suicide, Connor, is actually his best bud, and he's like, yo, we were friends. So yep, I totally get that the story is not great. I totally get it, but I still love the movie. So, or forever. End of May or early June, this picture perfect afternoon we share. Drive the winding country road, grab a scoop at a la mode, and then we're there. An open field that's framed with trees. We pick a spot and shoot the breeze like buddies do, quoting songs by our favorite bands, telling jokes no one understands except us two. And we talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever. This way, two friends on a perfect day. We walk a while and talk about the things we'll do when we get out of school. Bike the Appalachian Trail, or write a book, or learn to sail. Wouldn't that be cool? There's nothing that we can't discuss, like girls we wish would notice us, but never do. He looks around and says to me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be, and I say me too. And we talk and take in the view. We just talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever. This way, this way. All we see is light for forever. 'Cause the sun shines bright for forever. Like a who says that? I love my parents, but each day's another fight. If I stop smoking drugs, then everything might be alright. Smoking drugs, just fix it. If I stop smoking crack, if I stop smoking pot, then everything might be alright. I'll take your advice, I'll try to be more nice. I'll turn it around, wait and see. 'Cause all that it takes is a little reinvention. It's easy to change if you give it your attention. All you gotta do is just believe you can be who you wanna be. Sincerely me. Are we done yet? Well, I can't just give them one email. I want to show that I was like a good friend, you know? Oh my god. Dear Connor Murphy, yes, I also miss our talks. Stop doing drugs, just try to take deep breaths and go on walks. No, I'm sending pictures of the most amazing trees. No, you'll be obsessed with all my forest expertise. Absolutely not. Dude, I'm proud of you. Just keep pushing through. You're turning around. I can see. Just wait and see. 'Cause all that it takes is a little reinvention. It's easy to change if you give it to your attention. All you gotta do is just believe you can be who you wanna be. Sincerely me. My sister's hot. What the hell? My bad. Dear Evan Hansen, thanks for every note you send. Dear Connor Murphy, I'm just glad to be your friend. Our friendship goes beyond your average kind of bond, but not because we're gay. No, not because we're gay. We're close, but not that way. The only man that I love is my dad. Well, anyway, you're getting better every day. I'm getting better every day. 'Cause all that it takes is a little reinvention. It's easy to change if you give it your attention. All you gotta do is just believe you can be who you wanna be. Sincerely miss you dearly. Sincerely me. Sincerely me. Sincerely me. Sincerely me. Oh. Yeah, that's the song, Sincerely Me. Yeah, okay. Next song is Requiem. This is the first time I cried in theaters at this song. Like, it's so emotional. I cried so many times during this movie when I watched it. I loved it so much. So, yeah. Okay. Requiem. Why should I play this game of pretend? Remembering through second-hand sorrow, such a great son and wonderful friend. Oh, don't the tears just pour? I could curl up and hide in my room, there in my bed, still sobbing tomorrow. I could give in to all of the gloom, but tell me what for? Why should I have a heavy heart? Why should I start to break in pieces? Why should I go and fall apart for you? Why should I play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark without your light? I will sing no requiem tonight. I gave you the world, you threw it away, leaving these broken pieces behind you. Everything wasted, nothing to say, so I can sing no requiem. I hear your voice and feel you near. Within these words, I finally find you. And now that I know that you are still here, I will sing no requiem tonight. Why should I have a heavy heart? Why should I say I'll keep you with me? Why should I go and fall apart for you? Why should I play the grieving girl and lie, saying that I miss you and that my world has gone dark without your light? next song is Ultimate Sketch Central. Yes, I do understand. Like, there are so many issues with this movie, but like, I still love it. I still love it. So, the next song, If I Could Tell Her. This is basically, if you don't know, the song where Evan tells the dead brother's dead Connor's sister, Zoe, the girl that he has a crush on for like forever, and he tells all these good things that Connor said about her to him. So like, he's basically saying everything that he feels for her in a romantic way, but through his brother, so it's totally fine. And they made this better in the movie because in the musical, he freaking kisses her at the end of the song, and she's like, what the hell? I am in my dead brother's room and you kiss me on the bed. So yeah, that's great. But in the movie, they did make it a bit better because she's like, yeah, okay, cool, and then they don't do anything, so that's good. So yeah, If I Could Tell Her. So, he thought you were awesome. He thought I was awesome. My brother, definitely. How? Well, he said, there's nothing like your smile. Sort of subtle and perfect and real. He said, you never knew how wonderful that smile could make someone feel. And he knew whenever you get bored, you'd scribble stars on the cuffs of your jeans. And he noticed that you still fill out the quizzes that they put in those teen magazines. But he kept it all inside his head. What he saw, he left unsaid. And though he wanted to, he couldn't talk to you. He couldn't find a way. But he would always say, if I could tell her everything I see. If I could tell her how she's everything to me. But we're a million worlds apart, and I don't even know how I would start. If I could tell her, if I could tell her. Did he say anything else about you? Never mind, I don't really care anymore. No. He said so many things. I'm just trying to remember the best ones. So, he thought you looked pretty, it looked pretty cool when you put indigo streaks in your hair. He did. And he wondered how you learned to dance like all the rest of the world isn't there. But he kept it all inside his head. What he saw, he left unsaid. If I could tell her everything I see. If I could tell her how she's everything to me. But we're a million worlds apart, and I don't even know how I would start. If I could tell her, but what do you do when there's this great divide? He just seemed so far away. And what do you do when the distance is too wide? It's like I don't know anything. And how do you say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you? But we're a million worlds apart, and I don't even know how I would start. If I could tell her, if I could. Yep, that song. Next song, Disappear. They cut this from the movie, which I was so mad about. I loved this song. Like, I thought it, because I know a lot of people that don't like the musical. They're like, it's like they just add like a few good, feel good about mental health songs, and that just makes the movie. And this is one of them, but it's really good. And I don't know, it's just so good, and I love it. And I wish that they had it, because that would have made the haters of the movie maybe like it a bit more, because they could have liked it because it was a mental health movie, but they didn't. So, but that's their choice. That's fine. I still like the movie, not as much as I love the movie for Tick Tick Boom, but very different. So, Disappear. Guys like you and me, we're just the losers who keep waiting to be seen, right? I mean, no one seems to care or stops to notice that we're there, so we get lost in the in-between. But if you can somehow deserves to be forgotten. No one deserves to fade away. No one should come and go and have no one know he was ever even here. No one deserves to disappear, disappear. It's true. Even if you've always been that barely in the background kind of guy, you still matter. And even if you're somebody who can't escape the feeling that the world's passed you by, you still matter. If you never get around to doing some remarkable thing, that doesn't mean that you're not worth remembering. Think of the people who need to know. They need to know. So you need to show them. I need to show them that no one deserves to be forgotten. No one deserves to fade away. No one should flicker out or have any doubt that it matters that they are here. No one deserves to disappear, disappear. When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, all you want is for somebody to find you. When you're falling in a forest and when you hit the ground, all you need is for somebody to find you. I'm calling it the Connor Project. The Connor Project, a student group dedicated to keeping Connor's memory alive, to showing that everybody should matter. We have to do this, not just for Connor, for everyone. Because no one deserves to be forgotten. No one deserves to fade away. We're calling it the Connor Project. The Connor Project. Imagine a major online presence of massive fundraising drive, and for the kickoff event, an all-school memorial assembly. I didn't realize Connor meant this much to people. Oh, Evan, this is wonderful. No one deserves to be forgotten. No one deserves to fade away. No one deserves to disappear. No one should flicker out or have any doubt that it matters that they are here. No one deserves to disappear. No one deserves to be forgotten, to disappear. When you're just whispering the lyrics to this, you realize how repetitive it is. At least I'm realizing just how freaking repetitive it is. They say the same thing over and over and over. But when you're listening to it, it's really good. So this is... what? No. Waving Through a Window is my favorite song on the soundtrack. This is my dad's favorite song on the soundtrack. This is my second favorite song on the soundtrack. It's probably the most popular song from this show. Like I said, it was just playing like in the residence when I was getting food. So yeah, it's popular. You Will Be Found is this song, and it is freaking awesome. It is so awesome. Okay. Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear, like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, This will make your day. From across the silence, your voice is heard. Share it with the people you love. Repost. The world needs to hear this. A beautiful tribute. Favorite. I know someone who needed to hear this today, so thank you, Evan Hansen, for doing what you're doing. I never met you, Connor, but coming on here, reading everyone's post, it's so easy to feel alone, but Evan is exactly right. We are not alone. None of us. We are not alone. None of us. None of us are alone. Like, forward, especially now, with everything that you hear in the news. Like, share, repost, forward. Thank you for giving us a space to remember, Connor, to be together, to find each other. Sending prayers from Michigan, Vermont, Tampa, Sacramento. Thank you, Evan Hansen. Thank you, Evan Hansen. Yeah, more of that. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. If you only look around, you will be found. You will be found. You will be found. Out of the shadows, the morning is breaking, and all is new. All is new. It's filling up the empty, and suddenly I see that all is new. All is new. You are not alone. 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 You are not. You are not alone. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need someone to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So when the sun comes streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. If you only look around, you will be found. Even when the dark comes crashing through, you will be found. When you need someone to carry you, you will be found. You will be found. You will be found. God, I love that song so much. I always break down crying. My dad always breaks down crying. It's like such an amazing song. This next song, I don't know if you guys love it, but it's probably my least favorite song. I always skip it. I don't know, like the message is good. I get it. It's like cool. But I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. Cup of tea, cup of tea, cup of tea. So, to break in a glove. This glove's really cool. Wow. Oh, why don't you take it? Oh, no, I couldn't. Why not? Are you sure? I bought this glove 1,000 years ago for some birthday or some Christmas that has come and gone. I thought we might play catch or I don't know, but you left it in the bag with the tag still on. You'll have to break it in though. You can't catch anything this song, I love singing karaoke. There's this YouTuber called Clark on Stage who I love singing karaoke with. That one. It's just so nice, and this song is just so nice. Even though, like, again, the story's creepy and like kind of gross, it's just so nice. Such a nice song. I don't need you to sell me on reasons to want you. I don't need you to search for the proof that I should. You don't have to convince me. You don't have to be scared you are not enough. Because what we've got going is good. I don't need more reminders of all that's been broken. I don't need you to fix what I'd rather forget. Clear the slate and start over. Try to quiet the noises in your head. We can't compete with all that. So what if it's us? What if it's us and only us? And what came before won't count anymore or matter. Can we try that? What if it's you? And what if it's me? And what if that's all that we need it to be? And the rest of the world falls away. What do you say? I never thought there'd be someone like you who would want me. Well, so I give you 10,000 reasons to not let me go. But if you really see me, if you like me for me and nothing else, well, that's all that I've wanted for longer than you could possibly know. So it can be us, and only us, and what came before won't count anymore or matter. We can try that. It's not so impossible. Nobody else but the two of us here, 'cause you're saying it's possible. We can just watch the whole world disappear till you're the only one I still know how to see. It's just you and me. It'll be us, and only us, and what came before won't count anymore. We can try that, you and me. That's all that we needed to be, and the rest of the world falls away, and the rest of the world falls away. The world falls away, the world falls away, and it's only us. So that's that song. I really love that song. It's so sweet. It's so nice. But I did not like the song in the movie because they're like, hey, what we've got going is good. In the musical, they've been dating for a few months by now, so that makes sense. And it's like just their love song. Be like, yeah, cool. And it's so funny. The beginning of the song, it starts because he says like, or no. So he says like one thing that he just wants to talk to her about and talk to him about, and then he's like, oh my god, you're gonna break up with me. Oh my god, I'm the worst person ever. And then she's like, no, calm down. I ain't breaking up with you. I like you. But in the movie, it's just like she's kind of like confessing her love for him, which honestly I don't really get why she likes him. I don't know. But hey, the heart wants what it wants. So yeah, okay, that's just my thoughts. But I do like in the movie a nice detail that I added is at the end when it's like the world falls away. It shows like him abandoning everything else, being kind of a jerk face, being a jerk face, and like ignoring everything except for her, and just being like, I mean, good boyfriend, good for you, man. Hey, you're being a good boyfriend, but still, like, everyone needs you, and you're just ignoring them. And I like how it's just like the world falls away, and the rest of the world falls away, and it shows them being together and no one else. So next song, Good For You. This was another song that was cut from the movie, but it like they have an instrumental part for it playing at the very beginning when they're in the school. That's a little Easter egg for any of y'all who saw that. So this song, Good For You. So you found a place where the grass is greener, and you jump the fence to the other side. Is it good? Are they giving you a world I could never provide? Yeah, well, I hope you're proud of your big decision. Yeah, I hope that's all that you want and more. Now you're free from the agonizing life you were living before, and you say what you need to say so that you get to walk away. It would kill you to have to stay trapped when you've got something new. Well, I'm sorry you had it rough, and I'm sorry I'm not enough. Thank God they rescued you. So you've got what you always wanted. So you got your dream come true. Good for you. Good for you. You got the taste of a life so perfect. So you did what you had to do. Good for you. Good for you. Does it cross your mind to be slightly sorry? Do you even care that you might be wrong? Was it fun? Well, I hope you had a blast while you dragged me along. And you say what you need to say, and you play who you need to play. And if somebody's in your way, crush them and leave them behind. Well, I guess if I'm not of use, go ahead, you can cut me loose. Go ahead, and now I won't mind. I'll shut my mouth and don't let you go. Is that good for you? Would that be good for you? You. I'll just sit back while you run the show. Is that good for you? Would that be good for you? You. All I need is some time to think. But the boat is about to sink. Can't erase what I wrote in ink. Tell me, how could you change the story? Like all the words that I can't take back. Like a train coming off the track. As the rails and the bolts all crack, I've got to find a way to stop it. Just let me out. So you got what you always wanted. So you got your dream come true. Good for you. Good for you. You got the taste of a life so perfect. Now you say you're someone new. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. So you got what you always wanted. Okay, that's on. Yep. Basically, the world is mad at him right now. Yep. For good reason, very good reason that they're all mad at him. And this song, this makes me cry so much in the movie, so much, but it's also like they make him look like a demon, like they make him look like a monster. It's like low-key, high-key, very good. But it's so sad, it makes me cry so much when I watch it. I don't know, it's like so good. So this song, words fail. I never meant to make it such a mess. I never thought that it would go this far. So I just stand here, sorry, searching for something to say. Something to say. Words fail. Words fail. There's nothing I can say. I guess I thought I could be part of this. I never had this kind of thing before. I never had that perfect girl who somehow could see the good part of me. I never had the dad who stuck it out. No corny jokes or baseball glove. No mom who just was there 'cause mom was all that she had to be. That's not a worthy explanation. I know there is none. Nothing can make sense of all these things I've done. Words fail. song. Next song is So Big, So Small. I honestly always forget about the last two songs. I don't know why I always skip them, but I don't know, I just generally do. But this song made me, like, I was crying before. This song made me sob. Like, I was just sobbing. It's so good. It's so good for emotions. Oh my god. So big, so small. It was a February day when your dad came by before going away. A U-Haul truck in the driveway. The day it was suddenly real. I told you not to come outside, but you saw that truck and you smiled so wide. A real live truck in your driveway. We let you sit behind the wheel. Goodbye, goodbye. Now it's just me and my little guy. And the house felt so big, and I felt so small. The house felt so big, and I felt so small. That night I tucked you into bed. I will never forget how you sat up and said, "Is there another truck coming to our driveway? A truck that will take mommy away." And the house felt so big, and I felt so small. And the house felt so big, and I knew there would be moments that I'd miss, and I knew there would be space that I couldn't fill, and I knew I'd come up short a billion different ways. And I did, and I do, and I will. But like that February day, I will take your hand, squeeze it tightly, and say, "There's not another truck in the driveway. Your mom isn't going anywhere. Your mom is staying right here. Your mom isn't going anywhere. Your mom is staying right here. No matter what, I'll be here." When it all feels so big, till it all feels so small. When it all feels so big, till it all feels so small. Shout out to all the moms out there. You guys are the best. Like, moms are cool. When they're good moms, of course. Okay, last song, or actually, I'm gonna do a bonus one at the end, but finale. Last song. Dear Evan Hansen, today is going to be a good day, and here's why. Because today, at least you're you, and that's enough. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. This way, all we see is light. Watch the sun burn bright. We could be alright for forever. This way, all we see is sky for forever. All I see is sky for forever. So that was the last song in the show, but I'm gonna do a little extra song because I want to do a song from the movie that was only in the movie, and I just love it so much. It makes me cry. It's like so relatable. Yeah, making me cry. Such a relatable, yeah, basic. So this song is called The Anonymous Ones. Ever looked at all the people, seem to know exactly how to be. You think they don't need piles of prescriptions to function naturally. Take a look and you might catch it. Stay a minute more. There's that little moment after the sunny smile. Their eyes fall to the floor. And then truth starts peeking through. They're a lot like me and you. They can fake a smile too well. The anonymous ones never let you see the hate they carry. All those anonymous ones never name the quiet pain they bury. They keep on keeping secrets that they think they have to hide. But what if everyone's secret is that they have that secret side? And to know we're somehow not alone is all we're hoping for. I don't want to be anonymous. I ain't gonna be anonymous. I don't want to be anonymous anymore. Spot the girl who stays in motion, spins so I don't want to be anonymous anymore. The parts we can't tell, we carry them well, but that doesn't mean they're not heavy. The parts we can't tell, we carry them well, but that doesn't mean they're not heavy. The parts we can't tell, we carry them well, but that doesn't mean they're not heavy. Those anonymous ones never let you see the hate they carry. Never let them see the quiet pain they bury. They keep on keeping secrets that they think they have to hide. But what if everyone's secret is that they have that secret side? And to know we're somehow not alone is all we're hoping for. I don't want to be anonymous anymore. So that is the last song, last bonus song, last everything song. Because I really like that song. It's just like so nice. I don't know. It's just nice. It's just nice. So that is going to be it for my video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed.